clock strikes 12 and everything fades. Even the moon hides behind the clouds. Your chair is empty, the bed cold, and the silence speaks aloud. I pace the room like a restless ghost, listening to the wind sigh. Every corner holds a memory, every shadow a lie. The night stretches endlessly without your warmth to hold me. It's midnight without you, and every star is dim. The city sleeps while I remember the places we had been. I reach for your hand, but it slips like smoke through my fingers. Midnight without you, only the pain lingers. Your perfume haunts the pillow like you never left at all. I hear your laugh in the silence, the echo of our fall. The streets outside are empty yet full of things we shared. I'm lost in the darkness of love I can't repair. Even the moonlight betrays me, its glow can warm my soul. It's midnight without you, every shadow knows my name. The clock ticks loud like heartbreak, nothing will be the same. I reach for your hand, but it slips like smoke through my fingers. Midnight without you, maybe dawn will forgive what the night can't restore. But until you return, I'm alone once more. It's midnight without you, I scream into the sky. Every heartbeat calls for the one who said goodbye. I reach for your hand, but it slips like smoke through my fingers. Midnight without you. The silence wins tonight. The clock strikes 1, and I remain. Snow began the night you left. It covered up your trace. Footprints fading slowly like the smile upon your face. The river froze between us, silver white and still. I never crossed to find you, and I'm not sure I will. The cold road arrived without a sound, and buried love beneath the ground. There's a winter where you stood, still untouched by spring. Every flower tries to bloom, but feels like nothing. I hold the scarf you left behind, like it might pull you near, but frost has claimed the air we shared and turned it into tears. Your breath once warmed my trembling hands under city lights, and now my fingers shake alone through endless nights. The bench beside the river still waits for two, but snow has claimed the empty space where I once sat with you. If seasons truly change with time, why is this one still mine? There's a winter where you stood, unmelting in my chest. No sound has ever found it, no warmth, no rest. I call your name into the wind, but it just blows through, leaving me in frozen lights, still reaching out for you. I thought love was somber than a storm in white disguise, but even forever can freeze before eyes. There's a winter where you stood, and I can't let it go. I built 1,000 fires, but they won't glow. If I could walk back through the snow, I'd beg you not to leave. Now all I hold is winter and memories that breathe. The river never thought, neither did I. You said it softly, like it wouldn't break, like goodbye was something hearts could easily take. Your eyes were steady, but your hands betrayed the tremble of a love that slowly slipped away. Between your breath and mine was a distance undefined. It's the space between goodbye and the door closing slow, where all the words we never said begin to overflow. I try to hold the moment, but it slipped right through. In the space between goodbye, I was losing you. a shadow crossed the hallway like it used to do before. But this time it was leading through a different door. The clock kept ticking like nothing had changed, but every second whispered we would never be the same. Love didn't shatter loud, it disappeared without a sound. It's the space between goodbye and your fading step, where I replay forever with every regret. It's time that did more honest. If we had been birthed, maybe that space between goodbye wouldn't feel like a grave. Did we let it wither, or did it choose to fall? Was it silence in the middle that ended it all? It's the space between goodbye that keeps me awake, where your voice still lingers in every mistake. I would cross that empty air if I knew what to do. That the space between goodbye still belongs to you. The door closed gently, but it echoes still. You let her sleep inside a box beneath my wooden bed. Every line you ever wrote still echoes in my head. I try to tear the pages, but my hands refused, because every word in black and blue still bleeds the truth. Time was meant to heal the stain, but your handwriting remains. Your ink that won't fade, no matter how I try. I wash my hands of yesterday, but your touch won't dry. Every sentence burns like it was written yesterday. Your ink that won't fade, and I can't erase. The coffee shop we used to know closed last fall, but I still see your smile reflected on the wall. Photographs in silver frames turn sepia with pain, but even faded colors still whisper your name. If memory had mercy, it would loosen its hold. Your ink that won't fade, stubborn as the night. I rewrite our ending, but it never feels right. The pages keep on there's rain. Neon dreams and open hands dancing without shame. But somewhere in the brightness, a shadow found our name. And slowly every promise lost its flame. We didn't see it fading, we thought it would remain. When the light forgot us, we were standing still, holding on to sparks that never will shine the way they used to. In the dark we trust, but love grew tired when the light forgot us. Was sunrise breaking through my chest. Now morning feels like midnight without your silhouette. The streets still hum your melody, but it sounds so far, like music from a passing car. Did we let the daylight slip, or did it loosen grip? When the light forgot us, we didn't even know. We were slowly turning into afterglow. I reached into the darkness, but you're just beyond. Where the light forgot us, we came undone. Maybe love needs tending like a fragile flame, and we were too afraid to speak its name. When the light forgot us, I finally saw how fragile forever truly was. If I could find that sunrise, I'd beg it not to leave, but the light forgot us and forgot me. The night is quiet now, and so are we. We used to glow when nights forgot us. Oh, it's so The city hums with dripping lights, every puddle holds touch your face. I whisper your name to the storm, but it's scattered without a trace. Umbrellas sway like broken arms, trying to hold what's gone. And I follow each raindrop, hoping it leads me home. I remember laughter in the drizzle. Now silence shrouds my heart. I see your name in the rain, fading, flowing, out of reach. Every draw recalls your touch, every storm the lessons it teaches. I call you from the distance, but the clouds steal the sound. Your name is in the rain, and I'm sinking down. Street lamps mirror your absence, golden halos in the mist. I trace our steps together in a city that forgot our kiss. Coffee cups and empty benches hold the warmth of our past, but the storm keeps pouring and nothing seems to last. I can't outrun the memory, it's etched in every street. I see your name in the rain, carried in the wind's embrace. Every corner holds your ghost, every reflection your face. I call you from the distance, but the clouds steal the sound. Your name is in the rain, and I'm breaking Maybe someday the crowds will clear and I'll find your voice again. But until then, the storm persists alone. I can't run. I scream your name in the rain. The sky can't keep me silent. Every drop is trembling with the love that was defiant. I reach through the darkness, but you've gone away. Your name is in the rain, and it won't stay. The rain falls and soon I feel the hollow in my chest, where your heartbeat used to lie. Empty echoes answer back to every lonely sigh. Your laughter carved a cavity too deep for me to fill. Even now I'm counting seconds for a pulse that's standing still. Time moves forward cruelly, leaving half of you with me. I'm half of a heartbeat, incomplete, undone. Every rhythm pulls sweater still smells like summer, the winter's in the room. I wear it like a memory to keep away the gloom. The clock ticks loud and empty halls, a drum of what's been lost. I measure love in pieces, paying its heavy cost. Even silence can betray the weight of what we lost. And half of a heartbeat searching for yourself. Every corner, every shadow holds your ghost around. The night is cruel and quiet, the wind a lonely bar. I'm half of a heartbeat longing where you are. If I could stitch the missing part, would it bring you back to me? Or is this half a heartbeat only truth I see? I'm half of a heartbeat, but still I fight the dark. Every ghost is calling for the light of your spark. No distance tears us apart. I will keep this scar. I'm half of a heartbeat, and you're my star. The night breeze, I keep half of us alive. The room still holds your shadow, pressed against the pale blue wall. Curtains breathing in the winter, like they're waiting for your call. Your cup is on the table, lipstick fading into dust. Even silence here is louder than the breaking of our trust. I trace the air where you once stood, but emptiness is all it understood. I'm falling through your silence, like rain through shattered glass, calling out your name, but the echo doesn't rest. You left without a warning, taste a quiet kind of pain. Now I'm drowning in the words we were too afraid to say. Streetlights flicker softly on the road we used to cross. Every corner holds a memory of something we had lost. I try to fold the evenings neatly into yesterday, but your laughter lingers and it refuses to fade. If love was just a fragile flame, why am I the one used to hold your shadow, but it's colder than before. Station lights blur like tears. I ride the empty rails. Your voice is a memory lost between the trails. Every car holds a shadow of the nights we used to share. But now it's only silence and the cold stale air. The whistle screams like heartbreak through a world that doesn't care. The last train home alone carries only my regret. Every stop reminds me of a love I can't forget. The tracks hum my sorrow, the wheels grind my pain. The last train home alone, and I call your name. The city sleeps while I wander through tunnels and through night. The seats remember laughter, but not the warmth of light. I trace your absence on every window pane, but every reflection is only my own pain. The rails go on forever, like the ache you left inside. The last train home alone creeps slowly through the dark. Every moment whispers the echo of your spark. The rails hum my sorrow, the wheels grind my pain. The last train home alone, where nothing feels the same. If I could stop the tracks, I'd bring you back to me. But the train moves forward, and I can only grieve. The last train home alone carries every broken thought, every memory of you, and all we never thought. The city fades behind me, but your shadow still remains. The last train home alone, and I ride with all this pain. The wheels keep turning, and I follow them. Blossoms fell while we were laughing. Now petals lie in dust. The warmth of your embrace turned into ashes, I must trust. I walk through streets of amber where sunlight used to glow, but every corner whispers the love I couldn't hold. Spring promised eternal color, but it left only gray. Ashes of our spring, scattered in the wind. Every bloom reminds me of the place we've been. I hold the fleeting warmth, but it slips through my hands. Ashes of our spring lie across the land. The wind carries your laughter like a bird I cannot chase. Even the sky seems muted without your smiling face. I try to plant new flowers, but the soil is cold. Love grew in our garden, but couldn't take hold. Even seasons mourn our loss, and I bear the cost. Ashes of our spring lie beneath my feet. Every battle of relief speaks of love incomplete. I hold the fleeting warmth, but it slips through my hands. Ashes of our spring lie across the land. If I could turn the seasons back, I'd keep you in the blue. But time moves on, and I live with this clue. Ashes of our spring are all that remain. Every memory burns, yet calls your name. I scatter the ashes to the cold, quiet ashes of our spring, and I'm still there. The terror swore, and I follow them. The sky bent low tonight, like it was holding its breath. Clouds scattered your voice across the city's restless chest. I thought the stars were ours, but they fell one by one, leaving only emptiness where our hearts had begun. Even heaven couldn't keep you, its arms were not enough. A sky that couldn't keep you, shattered into the things we didn't say. I watched the rooftops tremble and the night swallow the day. Your laughter echoes softly in the alleyways of time. Every moment now reminds me of a love I cannot find. Even heaven couldn't keep you. Its arms were not enough. The sky that couldn't keep you shattered into light. Every wish I sent up faded into night. I reach for your shadow, but it drifts far and thin. A sky that couldn't keep you, couldn't hold what was maybe some loves are meant to burn across the air. And though the sky lets you go, I keep a piece The sky that couldn't keep you still drifts in my heart. Every star remembers the place we fell apart. I whisper into darkness, but it cannot reply. A sky that couldn't keep you, and I learned to cry. The night leans close, but it cannot bring you back. Ink blurs unfolded paper, fingers tremble with regret. Each word a confession I never could let you get. I keep them in a drawer, silent, unopened still. A library of love frozen against my will. May speak the truth I hide in the quiet of the night. Letters never sent, whisper your name to the walls. Every sentence a heartbeat, every pause a fall. I burn them sometimes, but the ashes still remain. Letters never sent, echo your love and perfume lingers in my mind like a ghost of summer rain. I trace every letter, but they only show my shame. The windows cry silver streaks, reflecting the sky outside. And I write you again, Though the words have died, they speak the truth I hide in the quiet of the night. Letters never cease, whisper your name to the walls. Every sentence a heartbeat, every pause a fall. I burn them sometimes, but the ashes still remain. Letters never sent, echo your love and pain. Maybe one day the wind will carry the words I never said, but until then I live with a library of regrets. Letters never stop, hear no ghost alive. Every unsaid confession, kids all over archive. I roll the paper gently and place it in the past. Letters never sent, but your memory will last. The dark will shine, but the echo stays. But the echo stays. The drug clicks on, but the echo stays. Foam curls over the harbor, your scarf drifts on the water. Seagulls cry in the distance, and I shiver with every thought of her. Hands numb with absence, eyes searching empty skies. Every wave reminds me of the love we left behind. Even the ocean seems lonely without you by my side. Cold hands, empty sky, I reach for a memory. Every breath is frozen, every heartbeat incomplete. I walk beacon can guide me to the warmth of your heart. Footprints fade in the sand as if you were never here. The waves whisper secrets only my soul can hear. Even the ocean seems lonely without you by my side. Cold as empty sky, I reach for a memory. Every breath is frozen, every heartbeat incomplete. I walk the shoreline where we once swam. Cold hands, empty sky, and diamonds. I try to follow the wind around me, but it slips like you did. Even nature mourns the absence of one empty sky, I call into the night. Every shadow reminds me of a lost fragile light. The harbor sleeps silently, but my heart still cries. Cold hands, empty sky, and your love The fall swallows the pier, and I linger. Footsteps repeat in the stairwell as if you never left. Each echo drags your laughter through the walls I can't forget. Banisters still hold your warmth, though the air is bitter now. Every creep tells a story of love we don't allow. Even silence carries you in the hollow of my mind. Echoes in the stairwell remind me of your touch. Every chord hums your name. I can't escape too much. The walls know our secrets. The steps keep the pain. Echoes in the stairwell, I hear you again. The light flickers like heartbeat through broken window glass. I reach for your shadow, but it's fading too fast. The hallway keeps its vigil for a love long gone. I whisper to the darkness, but there's no one to respond. Even silence carries you in the hollow of my mind. Echoes in the stairwell remind me of your touch. Every corner hums your name. I can't escape too much. The walls again. The stairwell flares, but I linger here. Cycles hung from your window, like the way we held on to time. Every breath became frost, every laugh a frozen rhyme. I watched the garden sleep under winter's quiet spell, and knew that by the morning you would no longer dwell. Even the snow seemed fragile, like the moments we let go. Before the snow melted, I whispered your name to the night, hoping the cold would hold you and keep you in my sight. Every flake recalled your face, every drift a regret. Before the snow melted, I had to remember yet. The footprints we left together are gone beneath the white. I try to follow them, but they vanish out of sight. The frost bites my fingertips, yet I can't let go. Every flake a reminder of the love I used to know. Even the snow seemed fragile, like the moments we let go. Before the snow melted, I whispered your name to the night, hoping the cold would hold you and keep you in my sight. Every flake recalls your face, every drift a regret. Before the snow melted, scarf lingers on my shoulder, a whisper of who you were. The scent drifts into the room and time folds unblurred. I walk the streets we wandered, but the corners don't reply. Every step reminds me of a love that cannot die. Even in a crowd of faces, I feel your hand in mine. A memory I still wear, like a garment stitched with pain. Every thread pulls me closer to a moment lost in rain. The streets hum our song, the night keeps it alive. A memory I still even though I survive. I see your shadow in shop windows, even when I close my eyes. The city sings your name under indifferent skies. I try to fold the past into a quiet drawer, but it spills across my chest like waves along the shore. Even in a crowd of faces, I feel your hand in mine. A memory I still wear, like a garment stitched with pain. Every thread pulls me closer to a moment lost in rain. The streets hum our song, the night keeps it alive. A memory I still wear. Even though I survive, maybe someday I'll release it, fold it into dust. But for now I carry it because I must. A memory I still wear, it breathes within my chest. Every heartbeat echoes, every sigh a test. I trace the fading pattern and feel you there. A memory I still wear. Always in the air. The city sleeps, but I worry still. The clock strikes a hollow as I watch the sunset fade. Minutes become monuments to the promises we made. Your laugh lingers in echoes like a bell through the street, and every second without you is a wound that won't beat. Even hours carry sorrow, they cannot bend or sway. If time had mercy, it would turn back the hands, bring you closer to me, to where we once began. Every tick is a shadow, every chime a regret. If time had mercy, I would not forget. Your eyes haunt reflections in as I pass by. I reach for your image, but it slips aside. The sunset bleeds through the cities and paints our goodbye. I trace your name on the horizon, but it fades from the sky. Even hours carry sorrow, they cannot bend or sway. If time had mercy, He would turn back the hands, bring you closer to me, to where we once began. Every tick is a shadow, every chime a regret. If time had mercy, I would not forget. Maybe tomorrow will forgive me, or maybe just the night, but I'll tender to the past. My love and fleeting light. If time had mercy, it would bring you here. Every heartbeat close, every tear sincere. I reach through the hours, but they keep you away. If time had mercy, I would make you stay. The clock keeps moving, and I The city burns in electric fire, and your silhouette haunts every street. Neon paints you in colors where shadows used to meet. The rain slicks mirror heartbreak, flashing in puddled light. I chase your ghost through the echo of the night. Even the lights betray me, showing what is lost. Shadows under neon lights follow me where I go. Every sign screams your absence, every glow a shadow show. The streets know a story, even when I hide. Shadows underneath by my side. Taxi horns cut through memory like knives in empty hands. I run through the avenues where we once made plans. The glow hums like laughter, but I hear only pain. And every step reminds me you'll never come again. Even the lights betray me, showing what is lost. Shadows under neon lights follow me where I go. Every sign screams your absence, every glow a shadow show. The streets know our story, shadows under neon lights will keep your memory alive. Even when I falter, even when I survive, the city glows, but oh, the night whispers through. Shadows under neon lights still reach for you. Neon fades, but I walk beneath its calm. The beach is empty now, sand erased by tide. The sun dips slowly like it's trying to hide. Your laughter lingers in the seagulls' cry, and every wave whispers a love that said goodbye. Even the tide remembers the heat of our days. Where our summer went, I cannot comprehend. Every moment burned and every night ends. The waves carry your echo across the golden sand. Where our summer went, I reach for your hand. I follow footprints backward, but the tide has claimed them all. Shells whisper secrets of the rise and fall. The salt bites softly and the sky turns gray. I watch the horizon where we drifted away. Even the tide remembers the heat of our days. Where our summer went, I cannot comprehend. Every moment burned and every night ends. The waves carry your echo across the golden sands. Where our summer went, I reach for No words remain, only the hush of our fall. Even the clock breathes slowly, as if it knows my pain. I trace your absence, but it never feels the same. Even silence grows heavy where love once spoke. After love becomes quiet, the world hums faint and small. Every heartbeat remembers, every echo recalls. I sit in the stillness, holding pieces of you. After love becomes quiet, and I don't know what to do. On the table, like memories rising too late. I reach for your warmth, but I only find the weight. The wind carries nothing through the cracked open window. I listen for your footsteps, but the hall is hollow. Even silence grows heavy where love once spoke. After love becomes quiet, the world halls faint and small. Every heartbeat remembers, every echo recalls. I sit in the stillness, holding pieces of you. After love becomes quiet, and I don't know what to do. Maybe this is mercy, maybe this is fate. Our love will linger softly, even when it waits. After life becomes quiet, I whisper into the night. Every shadow answers with the faintest light. I gather the fragments of only in you. After love becomes quiet, I still reach for you. The candle burns